नमस्कार। Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita. तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमंगलं श्रीमदादतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः। श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृतो प्रथम भाग द्वितीय खंडो तृतीय परिच्छेद. And this third परिच्छेद, the third chapter, we will start with a shloka from Srimad Bhagavad Gita that Sri M has narrated here to begin the third chapter. Yat sankhyaih prapyate sthanam tadyogairapi gamyate ekam sankhyam cha yogam cha yaha pashyati sa pashyati. This is the fifth shlok from the fifth adhyay. Fifth adhyay is Sannyasa Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and Sri Swami Chidbhavanandaji has explained this shloka as Yat Sankhyaih Prapyate Sthanam. Yat is that. Sankhyaih is by the Sankhyas. Prapyate is reached. Sthanam, place. The state reached by the Sankhyas, by the Jnanis. Sankhya is philosophy. So one who studies Sankhya is a Jnani, follower of the path of Jnana, the Sankhya Yoga. Tat, that, yogaihi, with yoga, through the yogis, by the yogis. Api gamyate is also reached by the yogis. The place that is reached by the followers of Sankhya, the knowledge, Jnana Yoga, is also reached by followers of other yogas, the Jnana, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Ekam Sankhyam cha Yogam cha. Yaha pashyati sa pashyati. One who sees Jnana and other yogas, like Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, as one and the same, that person also sees the oneness, understands the oneness of Jnana and other yogas. As a follower of Jnana Yoga reaches the place, and the same place is also reached by a follower of other yogas. And why Sri M has put this shlok here? Because this is what Sri Ramakrishna is going to explain in this particular Tritiya Pariched. The title of this third chapter is Gana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, O Karma Yoger Samanvay. Oneness, homogeneity of Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga. So all these yoga, all these paths of yoga, they may look different, but it is not that they take us to different destinations. No. Whether it is Jnana Yoga or Bhakti Yoga or Karma Yoga, all these paths, they take us to the same destination, to the same realization. Now, the second chapter, Sri M had started with that shlok from Bhagavad Gita, Vasansi Jirnani, that the Atman discards the old body like we discard the old clothes. When this body becomes old and tattered and good for nothing, becomes useless, the Atma staying inside, dwelling inside, is going to discard this body and look for a new body to seek further liberation. So, and Sri M also ended that chapter with Thakur's words when the devotees told him that Pavahari Baba has your photograph in his room. He respects you, he reveres you, he has such a great regard for you that he has kept your photograph in his room. And what was Thakur's reaction? Kolta. This is just a pillowcase. What is so great about this body? It has to go one day. So Thakur had ended the second chapter on that profound truth. Kolta. And here we see the third chapter. M starts with the same thought process that Sri Ramakrishna has put into his mind. When he heard that word Kolta, now Sri M is thinking to himself, listening to Sri Ramakrishna's words of Kolta. Just a pillowcase. This body is just a pillowcase. Why have vanity about it? So Sri M is thinking, Balish ও তার খোলটা, দেহি ও দেহ। ঠাকুর কি বলতেছেন যে দেহ বিনশ্বর, থাকবি না। দেহের ভিতর যিনি দেহি তিনি অবিনাশী। অতএব দেহের ফটোগ্রাফ লইয়া কি হইবে? দেহ অনিত্য জিনিস, এরও আদর করে কি হবে? বরং যে ভগবান অন্তর্যামী মানুষের হৃদয়ের মধ্যে বিরাজ করিতেছেন তাহারাই পূজা করা উচিত। Now Sri M, the thought process in Sri M's mind, having heard Thakur's words, Kolta, just the pillowcase. So M's thought process has started. He says, Balish o tar kholta, the pillow and its pillowcase. Just like the body, the indweller, the antarjami, one who dwells inside the body and the body. It is just like the pillow and the pillowcase. Pillow is inside. Outside we see pillow. We don't see pillow from outside. From outside we only see the case. Beautiful design. Such a lovely shape. It looks so good. Inside we don't see. Likewise, Sri M is thinking now. Dehi o deha, the indweller inside the body and the external body, just like pillow and the pillowcase. ঠাকুর কি বলিতেছেন যে দেহ বিনশ্বর, থাকবে না। What does Thakur imply to say? That the body perishes. The soul inside the body is imperishable. Is that what Thakur wants to say? দেহের ভিতর যিনি দেহি তিনি অবিনাশী। So in reality, okay, the pillowcase may get torn off, may get faded. That beautiful design on the pillowcase will go off over a period of time. Then it will be torn, tattered pillowcase of no use. Then we will have to put the pillow in a new pillowcase. So now M is thinking, দেহের ভিতর যিনি দেহি তিনি অবিনাশী। The indweller, the antarjami, who is dwelling inside this body, is the only imperishable, is the only permanent entity. অতএব দেহের ফটোগ্রাফ লইয়া কি হইবে? What is the use of getting this body photographed? But we keep on taking photographs, we keep on taking selfies. We are so much in love with this body. But now Sri M has started thinking, what is the use of taking photograph of this body? Deho onyutta jinish. Body is impermanent. Ero ador kore ki hobe? Why we should pay so much of importance to this perishable item? To this body which is going to die one day. What is the use of having a vanity for this body? বরং যে ভগবান অন্তর্যামী মানুষের হৃদয়ের মধ্যে বিরাজ করিতেছেন তাহারাই পূজা করা উচিত. So there is this question that has come in front of him. So rather than giving importance to this body, it is better, it is more pertinent to give importance to the one, to the Almighty Lord who is dwelling inside this body. So that is the thought that M has got. Now, to this thought also, what is the use of maintaining this body, having giving so much of importance to this body? For that also Thakur subsequently he has given an answer. It is not that you should just start hating the body. After all, it is the temple of the Lord. Thakur tells it about it later. Thakur ekটু প্রকৃতিস্থ হইয়াছেন. Now Thakur has partially come to the normal state. Now he is able to talk. Now his samadhi mood from the higher plane, he has come down to the lower plane, to the normal plane, and now he has started teaching, he has started talking. The reason why Keshav and Em and all these devotees have been eagerly waiting to see Thakur and hear his words, finally they get to hear Thakur's words. Tobe ekti kotha ache. Now Thakur is talking. Just pay attention to the words as if Thakur is talking to us directly. Tobe ekti kotha ache. But there is, okay, I will read out first. Bhakter hrudaye tar abasthan. Tini সর্বভূতে আছেন বটে, কিন্তু ভক্ত হৃদয়ে বিশেষ রূপে আছেন। যেমন কোন জমিদার তার জমিদারির সকল স্থানেই থাকিতে পারে, কিন্তু তিনি তার অমুক বৈঠকখানায় প্রায়ই থাকেন, এই লোক বলে। ভক্তের হৃদয়ে ভগবানের বৈঠকখানা, সকলের আনন্দ। Now Thakur has started sharing his teachings with all the devotees, including Keshav and Sri M. Thakur says, তবে একটি কথা আছে, but there is one thing. ভক্তের হৃদয়ে তার আবাসস্থান. Although God dwells everywhere, each and every particle in this universe is pervaded, is existed by the Lord. Lord exists in each and every particle of this universe. A tiniest of the atom to the biggest of the stars. God is everywhere. But bhakto hrudaye, bhakter hrudaye tar abasthan, his real dwelling place is heart of a devotee. You may say he is everywhere, but this is the real place, heart of the devotee. তিনি সর্বভূতে আছেন বটে, কিন্তু ভক্ত হৃদয়ে বিশেষ রূপে আছেন. He pervades everywhere, he is present everywhere, but very specifically. He is there in the heart of the devotee. That is the place he loves most. Hmm. That is the special manifestation. Special manifestation of God is always in the heart of the devotees. যেমন কোন জমিদার তার জমিদারির সকল স্থানেই থাকিতে পারে. Like, for example, a landlord can be seen in any place of the estate. One landlord who has the ownership of such a huge estate, so many lands. Technically speaking, on each and every area of this whole huge land, the landlord is there. Each and every particle of that land belongs to the landlord. So theoretically, landlord dwells in each and every portion of that land, right? Theoretically. But কিন্তু তিনি তার অমুক বৈঠকখানায় প্রায়ই থাকেন. But usually he is seen in that drawing room. That is what people say. This entire land, this landlord of this land, he dwells, the entire thing belongs to him. But normally if you want to meet him, you have to go to that drawing room. You will find him there for sure. The landlord will be sitting there on that divan, on that lovely sofa, in the drawing room, on that lovely seat in the drawing room. Bhakter hrudaye bhagwaner বৈঠকখানা. The devotee's heart is the drawing room of the Lord. He may be everywhere. He has, pervaded each and every particle in this universe. He is the owner of this whole property. He can be anywhere. But if you want to meet him, if you want to actually see him, you have to go to the drawing room of that Jamindar's house. There he is sitting, aram se, maybe even smoking a hookah, or talking to people. He will be sitting there in the drawing room. And the devotee's heart is the drawing room of the Lord. You can definitely see him sitting there. If you want to meet him, you have to get into your heart. You have to become a devotee, and in your heart, he will be dwelling. Shokoler Anando. Everyone who is listening to Thakur's words is rejoiced to hear this teaching of Sri Ramakrishna. And then Sri Ramakrishna further starts telling the great teachings, further starts telling the great truths. Eko Ishvor, Tahar Bhinno Nam, Jnani, Yogi, O Bhakto. The Lord is only one, but has different names. Like, some people call him as Jnani. People who are followers of Jnana Yoga call him, our Lord is Jnani. The devotees call him, the Karma Yogis call him, he is a great yogi. And the devotees call him, he is a devotee. He is Bhakto. Ek Brahman. Now Thakur is giving an example. Thakur and his examples. So beautiful. Ekoi Brahman. যখন পূজা করে তার নাম পূজারী, যখন রাঁধে তখন রাঁধুনি বামুন, যে জ্ঞানী জ্ঞান যোগ ধরে আছে সে নেতি নেতি এই বিচার করে ব্রহ্ম এ নয় ও নয়, জীব নয় জগৎ নয়। বিচার করতে করতে যখন মন স্থির হয়ে মনের লয় হয়ে সমাধি হয়ে তখন ব্রহ্মজ্ঞান। ব্রহ্মজ্ঞানীর ঠিক ধারণা ব্রহ্ম সত্য, জগৎ মিথ্যা, নাম রূপ এসব স্বপ্নবৎ। ব্রহ্ম কি যে তা মুখে বলা যায় না, ব্রহ্ম কি যে তা মুখে বলা যায় না। তিনি যে ব্যক্তি তাও বলবার জো নাই। Now Sri Ramakrishna is giving an example. He says there is the same Brahmin fellow. যখন পূজা করে তার নাম পূজারি। When he is worshipping the Lord in the shrine room of the temple, he is called as pujari. He waves the lamp, he burns incense stick, he sings the devotional songs, does aarti. At that time he is called as pujari. The same man, the same Brahmin, যখন রন্ধে তখন রাঁধুনি বামন। When he enters the kitchen and starts cooking the prasad, he is called as Brahmin cook. Person is same Brahmin. He is called as pujari. Now he is called as the cook. Now Sri Ramakrishna explains, যে জ্ঞানী জ্ঞান যোগ ধরে আছে সে নেতি নেতি এই বিচার করে, ব্রহ্ম এ নয় ও নয়, জীব নয় জগৎ নয়। The one who follows the path of jnana yoga, who is a jnani, the knower, he follows, he only thinks about, he meditates upon neti neti, not this, not this, only Brahma. A noy, o noy, this is not there, that is not there, this does not exist, that does not exist, jeev noy, jagat noy, this life is not there, this world is not there, everything is false. বিচার করতে করতে যখন মন স্থির হয়ে মনের লয় হয়ে সমাধি হয়ে তখন ব্রহ্মজ্ঞান। Now thinking like this is not real, this is not real, the path of neti neti, negating everything, negating the existence of everything. When he starts meditating like this, then he realizes Brahman. Then his mind gets tuned, focused to that one entity. He gets into samadhi and he attains Brahmajnana, Brahmogyan. Brahmogyanir ঠিক ধারণা, the firm belief of this such Brahmajnanis is Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. What is the belief of these kind of Brahmajnanis who follow the path of neti neti? Everything else is false. Everything else is impermanent. The Brahma Satya, only Brahman. Brahman is the only truth and the world is mithya. All else is false. There is no reality apart from Brahman. Brahman is the only real thing. That is the firm belief of the Brahmajnanis. Naam Roop Eshob Shapnavat, the name and form. Now you see, that's entire universe. Now let us get into some philosophical mode. Everything in this world exists because of only two things. Naam, Roop, the name and form. Just imagine. Anything that exists in this universe is only because of name and form. Can you visualize anything which doesn't have any form, which doesn't have any name? Just try. Huh? Try it if you can. No. Whatever comes to mind in terms of human beings, in terms of animals, in terms of property, in terms of external things, everything that you take in this universe has got name and form, which we have only given, and which this Brahmajnani says there is no reality into it. There is no reality into it. You remove name and form, what remains? We may say nothing remains. A Brahmajnani says Brahman remains. That is the only entity. The moment you give name and form to anything, that is perishable, that is destructible, that is divisible. So that is how the Brahmajnanis, they meditate on this path of neti neti. This is not there, that is not there, that is not there. And ultimately, when the name and form also they negate, nothing remains in this world then. Can anything remain without name and form? Only the Brahman remains. So they say, this everything which has name and form is like a dream state, unreal. You wake up from the dream and everything is gone. You are having such a fun, such a gala time in your dream. You get up, wake up from your dream, all that gone. You realize, oh, that was just a dream. So the Brahmajnanis say, anything which has name and form is nothing but like the state of dream. Brahmo kije, ta mukhe bola jai na. What is Brahman? Cannot be described through these words, through this mouth. You cannot destroy it. Because to describe anything, you need name and form. And Brahman is without name and form because it is Nitya. That is the only permanent thing. Tini je Vyakti Tao Bolobar jo nai. You cannot even say what kind of person Brahman is. You cannot describe Brahman as a person having two eyes, two ears, a nose and mouth and two hands, 2 feet. No. These are the moment you put name and form to anything, it becomes non-Brahman. And the moment a thing is non-Brahman, it is impermanent. So Thakur has explained to us in this beautiful paragraph the path that the Brahmajnanis take to understand the ultimate reality of this existence. That is Brahman, by negating everything. So the great test of the great philosophy, Sri Ramakrishna, just in one small paragraph, just in these few sentences, he has beautifully explained to us. So that is what the path of Brahmajnanis is. Next, we will see the path adopted by the Bhakta. The devotees, the path of devotion. What Thakur has to say about that. We will see that next. As of now, Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.